I have some very exciting news for you. Um, those of us at Amen Clinics, I've got to get this organized here. We are going to do a very special 30-day happiness challenge starting March 15th. So a week from Saturday, we already have 9,000 people signed up. We are going to spend every day for a month teaching you about how to be happier. And we're actually going to measure happiness using something called the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire. And then Tan and I are going to give you strategies to increase your level of happiness. And if your game, it's going to make a radical difference in your life and in the lives of people you love. You know, Americans, and actually people around the world, are the unhappiest that they have been in decades, actually in about 50 years. And so we are as unhappy as we were in the late 60s with the political divide and the riots and Vietnam and all sort of the craziness that I grew up with when I was a teenager. But it doesn't have to be that way as we come out, hopefully, of the pandemic. We really need to focus on mental health, brain health, and how to be happier. And in my new book, Your Brain is Always Listening, Tame the Hidden Dragons That Control Your Happiness. That's why we're doing this challenge. Your habits and your hangups. And in July, we're actually going to do a challenge on remaking your habits. So from habits that don't serve you to habits that serve you. And then in September, we're going to do an addiction challenge, which is the hangups. And then Your Brain is Always Listening, have a new 12-step program. But what I want to do today is give you a little bit of a preview for what you're going to learn in the 30-day happiness challenge. And as I've been thinking about it and thinking about my work over the last 40 years, I mean, ultimately, if you came to Amen Clinics, if you came to see us, you know, it could be for depression or anxiety or suicidal thoughts or panic or OCD or past emotional trauma or memory or whatever. But ultimately, what everybody wants who comes to see me is, how can I be happier? And as I've been thinking about it, I'm always trying to make things simple, make things easy to understand. I came up with 7 secrets to happiness. In fact, 7 things most people aren't talking about. And I boil them down to 7 simple questions you ask yourself every day. And the secrets, secret number 1, you have to know your brain type. because happiness is not the same for everyone. And I'm going to teach you about 5 brain types, balanced, and the things that work for happiness usually work for those folks. Spontaneous, they don't like routine. Routine makes them unhappy. Persistent, they love routine. In fact, if they're going to choose a new religion, they're going to choose one with ritual because they like predictability. The sensitive type, they can be sad. So teaching them to kill the ants, the automatic negative thoughts, very important. And the cautious type, lavender, just amazing. So knowing your brain type is the first secret to happiness. Like, let's not get everybody the same blueprint because everybody doesn't have the same brain. So we're going to talk about brain types and happiness. And the question that goes with that is, am I doing something today that makes me uniquely happy? Secret number 2. In all the happiness books that I've read, they miss this one. It's probably the most important one. It's the foundation to happiness. Optimize the physical functioning of your brain. I did a study actually on 500 consecutive patients to the Amen clinics. We gave them the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire, and we looked at those who scored really happy and those who scored really unhappy. And the difference was actually quite stunning. It was brain health. If you have healthier function in the front part of your brain, you're much more likely to be happier. And if you have low blood flow, you're much more likely to be sadder. And so the question I'm going to teach you to ask yourself, this is actually the mother lode question. Is this good for my brain or bad for it? Whenever you come to a decision point in your day, ask yourself, is this good for my brain or bad for it? And if you can answer that question with information, which we'll give you, and love of yourself, love of your partner, love of your family, love of your mission on earth, and just start making better decisions. Secret number 3, nourish your brain every day with high quality nutrients. A lot of people make fun of people who take supplements. Well, guess what? High percentages of the population are low in magnesium, in B vitamins, in vitamin D, in choline, in potassium. Taking targeted nutraceuticals every day is so important, especially geared to your brain type. Someone said, I wish I could get an Amen clinic in West Palm Beach. We are opening a new clinic later this year in Hollywood, Florida. So not very far from Palm Beach at all. So thank you for that question. And so question number 3 is, am I nourishing my unique brain every day? So, I make Tana and I a shake every morning. I use Brain MD's protein powder or Bright Mind powder, which is a multiple vitamin, and Brain and Memory Power Boost combined together. Put our liquid omega-3 power squeeze in there, Neurogreens, just amazing, and smart mushrooms. I know my body, if I'm going to operate at a high level, I'm 66, I need to nourish my brain every day. Fourth secret. Am I choosing foods that elevate happiness and avoid ones that steal it? Food is so important. Our best testimonials at Amen Clinics have to do with the food that we get people to eat. When we optimize your diet, you optimize your mind. Did you know there is a linear correlation between the number of fruits and vegetables you eat a day and your level of happiness? This is so important. Somebody asked about a clinic in New York. We have a clinic in Manhattan. Actually, it's been there 9 years this year. Crazy. Closest to Michigan is Chicago. The 30-day happiness challenge is free because we want to get as many people into the challenge as possible. Go to, I put the link by the video, 30dayhappinesschallenge.com. Food is just so important. And I always want you to think of this concept. Do I eat things that make me happy now and later versus now, but not later? And sugar and donuts, sugar and fat, are those things. They make you happy now, but not later. They actually beat you up because sugar and unhealthy fat and unhealthy carbohydrates actually increase inflammation in your body, which increases pain and brain fog, increases the risk for depression and dementia. So the question, I love this question. It's one of my favorite questions. Do I love food that loves me back? Because you're in a relationship, right? Choose foods you love that love you back. Now, I don't know how many of you have been in bad relationships in the past. I have, more than one. And at 66, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just not. I love my wife. She loves me back. She's my best friend. We actually played basketball last night. That was fun. I'm not doing bad relationships anymore. I'm damn sure not doing it with food because I can choose what I put in my mouth and what I put in my body, and I'm only choosing foods I love. I mean, I love the shake I just had. I'm only choosing foods I love that love me back. I'm hoping this is making sense to you. Secret number 5, master your mind and gain psychological distance from the noise in your head. Master your mind and gain psychological distance from the noise in your head. And there's so many pieces to this. We do something called positivity bias training. I teach you how to kill the ants, that's why I have an anteater. Ants, automatic negative thoughts that come in your mind automatically and ruin your day. You don't have to believe every stupid thing you think. I was 28 years old before someone told me, oh, by the way, you don't have to believe everything you think. Thoughts are automatic. They just happen, and you can learn to get rid of the bad thoughts. And then we're going to talk about a very fun technique called Give Your Mind a Name. And I actually gave my mind the name Hermie. Hermie was my pet raccoon when I was 16 years old, and she was a troublemaker, got me into trouble with my mom, with my dad, with my siblings, with my girlfriend. And that's my mind. Periodically, Hermie will just hold up signs and go, "You're an idiot," or "You're a failure," or "That was stupid." And when you give your mind a name, it helps you to just get distance from the noise in your head, which comes from all sorts of things. Someone's asking to do this challenge, which books is best to start? Your brain is always listening. I think you guys will just love that book. And in the challenge, in managing your mind, I'm going to teach you how to tame the hidden dragons. So there's 13 dragons from the past. I'm a child psychiatrist, which is why I have stuffed animals everywhere. You don't want these hidden dragons breathing fire on your emotional brain. So I'm going to teach you how to tame the dragons, kill the ants, give your mind a name, how to interrupt unnecessary, unhappy moments. There's so much to secret number 5. And there's actually a number of questions to go with it, like, is it true whenever you feel sad, mad, nervous, or out of control? Write down your thoughts and ask yourself, is it true? But also, I love positivity bias training. Start every day with today is going to be a great day. End every day with what went well today. And it'll just make a meaningful difference for you in a short period of time. Secret number 6. Notice what you like about others more than what you don't, within acceptable boundaries. You shape the behavior of others by what you notice. And if you're noticing what you like, you're going to get more of what you like. And if you're noticing what you don't like, you're going to get more of what you don't like. And it's actually why I collect penguins. I'm going to tell my famous penguin story because it teaches me to notice what you like more than what you don't like. In fact, there's going to be a day I'm going to go, why collect penguins? I have the most beautiful penguin collection. I'm going to talk about why I collect seahorses. I have this beautiful seahorse painting on the other side of my office because seahorse is represents the hippocampus deep in your brain that's involved in mood and memory. Talk about why I collect anteaters. Well, now you know. Dragons and so on. So it's just going to be a fun challenge. And the question for Secret 6 is, am I reinforcing behaviors I like or behaviors I don't like by what you're noticing? You are powerful. And then the last secret, one of the most important things I do with my patients is I have them clarify their values, their purpose, and their goals. So many times I ask people, so what are your goals? What do you want? Relationships, work, money, physical, emotional, spiritual health. What do you want? And they've really actually never sat down and articulated it beyond, I want enough money to retire, I want to be in a good relationship. Well, we're going to go further. It's actually 3 days. We're going to help you define what are your values, what's your purpose in this world, and what are your goals. And do it in a very balanced way. And I love the question for number 7. which is, does it fit? Does my behavior fit the goals I have for my life? Because if your goals are clearly defined, that defines how you should act. It defines what you should say. It defines how you should spend your days. This is so important. Now, in prepping for this, Natalie, my social media person, got some questions from you guys. I know you have been asking them as we have been going along. Thank you for all the positive comments. Somebody said they missed tip number 6. Notice what you like about others more than what you don't like about others. What are tips to be truly happy and not fake it? Start every day with today is going to be a great day. Push your mind. And people go, oh, I tried it and it didn't work for me. These mental habits, brain health habits, you have to do on a daily basis. It's, I like the analogy. If you're 50 pounds overweight on Monday, you can't have a salad on Monday and expect to be trim on Friday. What you really need is a whole new set of habits to get and keep you at the weight you want. If you're sad on Monday, you need a whole bunch of new habits that I'm going to pour into you. Tana's going to be with me in half of them. Tana and I are going to pour these into you starting May 15th. And you have to make them part of your routine. Everything we're going to tell you can be part of a new routine. 30 days, you're going to be much happier. But these are strategies and tactics we want you to put into your life for the rest of your life. These are things I do. And at 66, I am the happiest I have ever been. And it doesn't mean you're not going to go through pandemics and you're not going to go through challenges and you're not going to lose people you love. Actually, tomorrow is the year anniversary. I lost my dad. But all of us go through stress on a regular basis. It's learning how to manage your mind on a regular basis that'll help you be happier. How you share happiness is you become happy, because then you're contagious. You're contagious if you're sad. You're contagious if you're anxious. You're contagious if you're angry. You're contagious if you're happy. Does trying to be happy lead to unhappiness? No, it actually leads to more happiness. We're going to actually talk about happiness is a moral obligation, a concept I got from Dennis Prager. It's just really great. How can I stay happy? These 7 secrets and 7 questions on a regular basis. I can't be happy without SSRIs, but they keep me away from extreme depression and anxiety. Some people need medication. I am not opposed to medication. It saves people's lives. But let's do all the other things, and then maybe you need less, or maybe you don't need it, as long as you put the other strategies in your life on a day-by-day basis. I would not be trim if I didn't think about it all the time, right? I come from a family of fat people. My dad used to hate when I say that. But I have a brother and sister that are both 150 or 200 pounds overweight. I'm not happy about it. I mean, they don't listen to me. But when I tested my genes, I had a 2/3 chance of being obese. I'm not. Why? Because I think about it. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. And so I eat right. I exercise. I don't give in to my cravings, and actually have developed cravings for good things. We're going to talk tips to find your passion. We're actually going to go through a lesson on passion. So how this is going to work, you sign up. There's some pre-work, like some questionnaires. Take the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire. We have a link. Take our brain health assessment to know your brain type. We have a link. And then every day for 30 days, I will publish a video that either I do or Tana and I do together, and then we'll have exercises for you to do. It's not going to take a long time. I think our longest video is 15 minutes. It's not going to take a long time, but we're going to give you just some truly great pieces of information. The same information I give to my patients at Amen Clinics. And at Amen Clinics, we have 9 clinics around the country, soon to be 10. We have the best outcome of anyone in psychiatry that publishes their outcome. Pretty excited about this. This will really help you. It's free. We want you to be happier. It's our way to give back. That makes us happy. We'll also, of course, we'll teach you about Amen Clinics and our supplement company, BrainMD, and Amen University. But making money is not the point of this for us. We need to be happier as a society. And our big goal is to create a revolution in brain and mental health. We need it now more than ever. And this is how Tana and I do our part. All right. 30dayhappinesschallenge.com, 30dayhappinesschallenge.com. I hope to see you there. Bye, everybody. Thank you.